put myself as... I do wish I was a social butterfly, bro.
Yeah. Well, you're putting yourself out there, so it's like you're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning, and that's what matters, is that you actually put the effort in, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's not easy, and it really takes a lot of balls to be able to do something like that, but I believe that you can certainly do it. You know what I'm saying? I believe you can do it. So, as long as you do it, then you're good. You're good.
Like, I want to be at a point where, like, if I see a pretty girl, I can just go up to her and talk to her,
Without feeling anything. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But you've put yourself out there, and you really are a good-looking dude, Don't ever listen to what Joseph said. He's ugly as fuck. He thinks he's better than us. No.
Just because I have a gun?
Yeah, not to mention, he's just going on like that because he's salty. Because, again, he doesn't want to admit he fucked up. Okay, he doesn't want to admit that. So, he's projecting, because he doesn't want to admit that he's the one who caused all of this to go down. Okay? He doesn't want to admit that, And because he also doesn't want to admit that his mom is right about Laura, He probably will will at this point if he's still talking to Laura and still feels something for her despite...
I think he's trying so hard to prove his mom wrong.
Yeah, even though, like, she's been right for a long time, but now when she hears about... I don't know if she knows about Laura's engagement, but I'm pretty sure she's probably rolling her fucking eyes at this shit.
Like, his mom probably told him, like, you see, I told you about her. I warned you about her. But he's probably, like, in his mind, he's probably, no, I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yeah. So, he's really on a downward spiral, that guy. Like, he's been... do you ever get that feeling about him? That ever since I stopped hanging out with him, he's been on a downward spiral?
And he said he didn't need the hangouts.
Well, look at him. He did. Because...
I guess he doesn't want to show that he's, like, weaker, like, without the hangouts. So he's just trying to put this alpha personality.
And the fact that he expected me to forgive him, or says, I know he's going to forgive me the same way he forgave you. No. It's like, I feel like that's also a part of him hoping that I come back. That's like a part of him hoping that I give him a second chance the way I gave it to you. But we already know, you didn't do anything wrong. It was just because I didn't want to be around that whole Vanessa Noemi thing, even though by the time that was done, it was already over with, So that's why I was just like, that's why I was fucking done with that, Like, even though by then it was already over with, and that's why I also wasn't responding to you as much, just because I didn't want to keep hearing about it, because almost every day you called me about that stuff. But it gets like, I get it. You needed someone, and I was there, And it's not like we could have seen each other, because you agreed that we couldn't hang out because of all that. Because if we did, then they were going to track us. Although another guy I could have hit up was fucking Isaiah. But then again, he's been off doing his own thing now. No, like, I just realized as well, we could have gone to see that Isaiah guy, Even though you didn't really interact with him because of
Giselle.
Yeah, because of Giselle. But at least you know.
Well, it wasn't really her fault. It was Joseph, you know?
I mean, yeah, because you thought he was going to make a move on her when he wasn't. He wasn't going to do shit. Although, I will admit this. I will admit this about her. I really, really am surprised that Danny was able to bag that. Yeah. I'm thinking, really?
I don't know how.
Yeah, but that's what I'm wondering too. I'm like, really? He bagged that? Fucking hell,
Yeah, he's. I mean, I don't know. I know you don't like hearing that word. I was gonna say the L word, but
yeah, no.
I'll say he's blessed to have her.
Yeah, I am starting to kind of get over the whole lucky thing, anyway. So it's like, if you want to say it, then you can go ahead. I'm starting to fucking get over
well, that, but
yeah. But yeah,
he's like,
I still can't believe that he bagged that. You know, I mean, yeah, she's not a 10 out of 10 or anything like that. She's not
like a good 8.
I put her at a 6, honestly. In my personal
opinion. 7. I'll give her a 7.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good enough. That's good enough. Yes. Yeah,
she's someone that if you just show up to any friend or your parents, you'll be like, hey, she's nice.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
She's also adorable.
Yeah. I'll give her that.
I like her voice too. It's like.
Yeah, I will concede. Well, then again, I don't know about the voice because I've never met her. I've never met her, so I don't know.
Not necessarily her voice, but the way she talks. I don't know how to explain it. She made a few days ago. She made a freaking one of her stories. She put this filter with the big lips and the big eyes.
Yeah. Oh.
And she was walking towards where fuel is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you hung out with her yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You should really consider hanging out with her as a friend, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on, you know. I mean, what's stopping you? Be honest, what's stopping you?
I don't know. Honestly, I will try.
I mean, what? Are you worried it's going to be another Joseph situation, or what is it?
No, because I know that I'm not dating her. Yeah. Joseph thought he was gonna date her.
Yeah.
So that's why he threw a fit about it.
Is it just a matter of procrastination?
No, also because Danny works there. What is he gonna think?
I mean,
is he gonna try to steal her from me?
I mean,
I'm cool with Danny. I don't want to.
Okay, if she was going to bring Joseph along as a friend, then I'm pretty sure that means he's good with her talking to other guys like that. If he knows it's just a friends thing. I mean, besides,
you have a point there.
Yeah. So that means that he's most likely is cool with it. You know, more than likely he's gonna be cool with it. But you would have to speak with her about that more, so get more of an idea. But I'm pretty sure.
Because she considered me a friend before I told her.
Yeah.
She told me, you're my friend.
Yeah, see?
If you ever want to talk or, need a hug or something, I'm here for you. Before I told her that I consider her a friend, so.
Well, there you go, see?
Yeah.
There's that to consider. If, like I said, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just go up there and do it. I know you're pretty much used to girls being the ones to come up to you, but that's the thing. If you want to get out of your shell more, you have to make the first move too, because this isn't always going to be the thing to bring the first move. Okay? You have to step up.
I think girls they not necessarily they like me or stuff, but they're probably damn, he's good looking as hell, but then at the same time but he's too quiet, I don't know, is he taken, or is he an introvert, or he doesn't like talking to people or stuff that. I think that that's I'm looking from their perspective, or he doesn't want to be bothered and stuff like that.
Yeah. You're kind of trying to play too many angles.
Yeah.
Right there. But that's why I say, just go for it. Just go for it. Nothing's gonna happen. For real, nothing's gonna happen. And plus, I'm sure she wouldn't mind hanging out with you as a friend, man. I mean, like I said, if she was willing to bring Joseph along, then she's good with you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I can joke around with her about not like how she acts, but like I joke around about her like on her posts and her stories. Like she makes this face, and I just like I told her like, hey, you always make this face, huh?
Yeah.
Like I make the face, and then she's like laughs her ass off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just again, if you are gonna do it, just go for it. Just fucking go for it, man. Don't let anything hold you back. That's what I have this for. Don't worry. But I get it. You kind of want it to be a little bit less hot. But yeah, like, if you are gonna do it, just go for it, man. Don't hold back. Besides, you already kind of have her right there. So, might as well. So, for real, now that we're out here, tell me, how do you feel about this entire hangout we've had so far?
It's one of the best ones we've had in terms of like sharing like our emotions.
Yes.
And like talking. Probably the longest talk we've ever had.
Indeed, it has been.
Yeah.
It has been. But you can also consider that my own way of getting you to be more talkative and social yourself.
Yeah.
Because I get that. Because before, I used to not be a social butterfly. I used to kind of keep to myself and just leave it at that, whereas now, after Food for Less and after a whole lot that has happened to me throughout my life, I've been able to talk more with people, I've been able to talk more with people and like be able to communicate better and just form better relationships with people. As much as I go on about how much I don't trust the world and how much I fucking hate the world and everything, I at least am glad that I'm able to communicate better now than I ever had before. You know what I'm saying? Because before, I used to be terrible at my communication. Very terrible. But now I'm able to talk no problem. And one thing that I will say right now that really made me feel added more onto that little depressing phase was what my mom said, and it also adds on to why I was so hard on myself. After I lost the job, is that I remember my mom said, that another reason why she's still working is also to make sure I'm still good and to keep an eye out for me and look out for me, and she's already about to hit 65 years old and is still doing all this, but she also took, I kind of felt bad because I felt like I was holding.
She's gonna hit senior here.
Yeah. And I felt bad about that, and I told her I was holding on. She was like, no, don't say that. You're not holding me back. Like, I'm also doing this because I know I can still do it, Because she knows that even though she's pretty old right now, she's still able to do it,
She still, like, from the picture you showed me of her, she still looks good for someone that's gonna be 65.
Yeah. She's a good woman, my mom. I mean, she's not perfect, but I've noted all her flaws throughout the years, so it's like, you know how it be. But still, I just continue with it, But yeah, that made me feel bad. Is that I felt like I was holding her back, and she said, "No, you're not. I'm doing this because I know I still can do it. It's not just you. I know I can still do it.
Like, I know you feel a little bit more pressured on that.
Yeah.
Because my mom's 48, you know?
Oh, yours is much younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, like, so I can see, like, your mom's, like, up there, like, getting up there, you know?
Yeah, she's really getting up there in age.
So, in my mind, sometimes, like, my mom still has a lot till she reaches her old age. But
yeah.
I need to, like, I do think about, like, my future, you know?
Yeah.
When my mom eventually reaches that age, like senior age.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I kind of put on with the whole thing with Claudia, because, well, she's the only one I can turn to in any capacity who can help me in the way that I need it to be done. Because the boys can't do it. Kyle can't do it. You can't do it. Juan can't do it. I have nobody who can help me. When my mom's gone, like when she retires, I'm going to be completely by myself. Completely by myself. You know? I don't have anyone to fucking turn to, you know? I mean, yeah, I know that they said that I could, like, live with them. Like, a few people have said, like, I could live with them if I want to. Like, even Juan's family, he said I could do it. But I still want to be out here in Santa Clarita until I fully get the career that I want to get in.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But here we go. But yeah, like, you know, and especially that's one thing I'm also hard on myself about, is that I don't want to keep doing this. You know, I don't want to have to keep going to these jobs that I don't like. You know, and barely making enough to just get by, you know, and that's not sustainable. Like how I've been, this isn't sustainable. If I was living on my own, I'd have already been out in the streets by now, you know. I'd have already been homeless at this point if I didn't have my mom helping me, and if I were living on my own, I'd have been out in the fucking streets right now. I'd have been dead ass out in the fucking street. No one to help me.
Because you're really tested on how good financially you can be when you're by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
That either proves that you're responsible with money,
Mm-hmm.
or that you're not ready to, like, be alone, you know, in the real world.
Precisely.
Like, out there. Like, but,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So,
Exactly, my friend. Exactly. And that's why, again, I really have pushed to try to, like, get something done. That's why it frustrates me, because I know all this. I know that I can't do this forever. I know that these jobs are not career jobs, that they're not something I want to live off of for the rest of my life, because I really don't. You know, and out here in California, you feasibly, you cannot live off these fucking jobs.
no.
You can't, unless you live with multiple people or something, you know, but feasibly
Get taxes, too.
yeah, and then there's taxes and all that shit, you know.
We pay a shit ton of taxes in this state, huh?
There are way more taxes than there needs to be in this damn state. Been a while since you and me have done this, but we're gonna go in here right now because, well, we haven't gotten to do this, and I got to go do it the other way, this way that we just went.